Well, howdy folks, welcome back to my channel, and I got another unboxing video today. This package comes to me from Lekato, and they are a company that makes a lot of different musical instruments and accessories. And I've done a few of their things in the past. You might have seen they sent me like a tuner and a guitar strap and a wireless system, probably a couple other things too. But anyway, this today should be one of their USB microphones. So I'm gonna get this open and see what this is all about. Now, by the way, if you're into microphones, I do have a playlist with a bunch of different microphone related videos. Some of them I've made, some of them I've done unboxings of, and some comparisons and things like that. So make sure you check that out. But today, let's see what they sent me. So it's kind of interesting that most people in today's age, the first like professional microphone they buy is usually a USB mic. In my case, I've never owned a USB mic because I've always had a recording interface, so I've never really needed one. I've just bought regular mics. So this is my first ever USB microphone. That's it for the box, just a little receipt in there. I'm gonna toss that off to the side. All right, box is open, and right up on top we see there is a pop filter, which these are very handy. And I like that this is like a little bitty one with a tiny little gooseneck sort of an arrangement. So we'll take a closer look at that in a second. We've got a shock mount here. Right here, here's our shock mount. Off to the side, and then we've got our microphone. Take this out, looks like there's some more underneath. So let's see what else is in here. It looks like we've got a manual, and the manual also seems to have a windscreen with it. And then we've got what appears to be a USB cable. And then we've got what looks like this and this piece together go together to form a stand. So a little bit of assembly required here. Let me put this thing together. Okay, folks, I've got it together, and I did need to go to the owner's manual here because some of it wasn't exactly obvious, but it goes together pretty quickly. And so what you've got here is you've got the base, and then you've got this upright, and then there's an adjustable ring here. If I turn this, you can see this sort of telescopes in and out to change the height just a little. You've got this sort of angled piece here that allows you to change the angle of the microphone. And then that's where the shock mount bracket hooks to. And then over here, you've got a little threaded spot. Let me see if I can get that where you can see it. There you go. There's a little threaded spot where that pop filter just goes right in so that you can position the pop filter out here, take it out of the way. On the other end, we've got the Type A connector that goes into your computer or whatever device that you're using. So let's take a quick look at the microphone here. I have not plugged it in yet, but as you can see, there's a volume knob right here, or a gain knob, I guess you'd call it. That's for the preamp that's built in. By the way, this is a condenser microphone inside of here. And then we've got a headphone jack right here, and it looks like also an LED for status. That headphone jack is if you want to do direct monitoring off of the microphone. So in other words, you plug this into your computer, and the actual audio is going into your computer. But if you don't have headphones on your computer to actually hear what's coming back to the computer, you can monitor it right on the microphone so you can hear, what it's picking up. Now, based on granted, I haven't plugged it in yet, but just by looking at this, I would say this would probably appeal to like a podcaster, somebody like that might want to just record voiceovers for their videos or something like that. It'd probably be a very good choice for something like that because it's USB, so you don't need an interface. If you are a musician where you intend to record guitar and bass and keyboard and other things, chances are you're gonna want a interface anyway, in which case the USB, it's not that it doesn't work, but it's probably not gonna do you as much good as somebody that doesn't have an interface. Okay, I got this baby hooked up, and as you can see, the whole thing lights up red, not just this indicator light, but the whole thing, which is actually pretty cool. Let me unplug it real quick to show you. Bam! So as soon as you plug that USB power in, the whole microphone lights up. That's kind of cool. But anyway, I went ahead and plugged it into the Mac behind me, went into the DAW, the DAW as they say, but that's the digital audio workstation or the recording software, just a fancy name for it. And it just shows up as an audio source. So what that means is you change your audio source from being your USB audio interface in my case, or if you were using the internal microphone or whatever your audio input source, you just change it to USB microphone. It should show up in the list, and then bam, it should work. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to speak, and I will speak into this, and then I will use the camera's internal microphone and kind of cut back and forth on the video so you can hear both of them. Okay, so here is the sound of the USB microphone, and here is the sound of the camera's internal microphone. So once again, the USB microphone is probably going to have a lot more bass response, where the camera's internal microphone is probably going to sound a bit thinner. Okay, so there you have it, folks. That was a quick unboxing, overview, and some sound clips on this here USB microphone from Lekato. I'll stick by what I said earlier. I think this would be a great choice for someone who was doing some podcasting, some voiceovers for videos, something like that, where they didn't have an interface, because it's so handy with the USB. You can just plug it right in. Great little microphone for the price, so check that out. You can get these on Amazon, and I'll go ahead and put the purchase link in the description if you're curious. So thank you for tuning in today. If you like what I do on this channel, I'd really appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button for me. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys soon.